In this lesson we're going to introduce equations, all right, and it's going to be pretty straightforward for some of you, and all it is that we're going to determine if the equation is true by making sure that both sides of the equal sign, so the equal sign, that's the equal sign, so 3 equals 3, okay, are the same. And the success criteria, remember, it's like a ticker box. And we want to make sure the left-hand side is equal to the right-hand side. Hopefully we can do that by the end of it. Substitute values for pronumerals. Pronumerals B. So pronumeral is a letter in place of a number. And know that in between, so a pronumeral numbers, there is a time. So for example, 3x in between there is a times. So we can rewrite that as 3 times x, and you'll hear me say this over and over again in the coming lessons. Mathematicians are too lazy to write, but there's a times in between. So make sure we've got that, and let's go. Okay, so we've got expression or equation. Now I want you to look at this word. Almost looks like if we pop in an L there, it means equal. So an equation has an equal sign, all right? Whilst an expression doesn't. It just expresses itself, but it doesn't have an equal sign. Now, an equal sign looks like this, and essentially it's a balance beam. It says that 2 $5 notes are equivalent to one $10 note. We use that in life all the time, okay? We say, yep, you can give me 2 5s or for a 10 for, I don't know, a bag that I made for you, okay? So we say, yep, that's equivalent or equals in maths, all right? So in these examples below, we're going to look at some of them and determine if there's an expression or an equation. Okay, this first one, it has an equal sign, so therefore it's an equation. It's as simple as that, all right? The next one, which I'm looking at, is here, does not have an equal sign, so it's an expression. All right, so what are we looking for? An equation has what? An equal sign. And if it doesn't, it's an expression. So an equation has an equal sign. If it doesn't, it is an expression. So you can write that down. Equation has equal sign, and I even wrote it as an equal sign. So why don't you pause the video and decide which one's which. All right, what's this one? Expression or equation? It's expression. I'm going to put EXP. I'll put EXP. What about this one? This one looks a bit silly. It's 2 minus Z, but it's got an equal sign, so it must be an equation. So I'm going to put equation for that. What about the next one? That has an equal sign, so it's an equation. And the last one's just 23D or 23 dogs or 23 donuts. It's just something. What is it? There's no equal sign, so it's an expression as well. All right, hopefully that makes sense. We're going to move on to something slightly more difficult. All right, what we need to know is that the equal sign is balanced. So like we saw over here, we had 2 5s equals 10, okay? So we want to see that the left-hand side, so that's this side, is equal to the right-hand side. Now, let's look at this. 7 plus 7, oh, that's 14. Yeah, that's equal to 14. So that is true. That equation is true. Now, let's look at this one. 10 minus 5, I think 10 minus 5 is 5. Oh, that's not equal to 6, so therefore it's false, okay? Why don't you pause the video and see if you can do it quicker than me. All right, hopefully you've paused the video, and we're going to have a crack at these. So let's look at the left-hand side here. 4 plus 3 is 7. Is that equal to 10? No, it's not, so it's false. What about the next one? 12 minus 3, that's 9. Yeah, that's equal to it, so true. All right. Okay, these next examples you need to think long and hard for. Now remember, over here in the success criteria, I was talking about that there's something in between the number and the pronumeral. And the pronumeral is just a letter. It's a letter in place of a number, but for what we're introducing it right now, it's just a letter. So let's have a look at it. I'm going to rewrite this as 2 times b. I'm going to put b in brackets equals 6. Now there's information here. It tells me that b is 4. Okay? So instead of the b, I can put a 4. So I'm going to go 2 times, instead of the b, I can put a 4. And the reason for that is that b equals 4. So b is the same as 4. Now 2 times 4, does it equal 6? No, I think it equals 8. So that does not equal, so it's false. Okay. Let's look at this next one over here. 7a. Oh, I remember. Mathematicians are too lazy. There's a times in between them. So I'm going to go 7 times a. Is there a value for a somewhere? A equals 3. So instead of a, I can write 3. So I will do that. 7 times 3 equals 21. Is that true or false? Well, from my times tables, I know that 7 times 3 equals 21, which equals 21. So that's true. All right, so see how you go with those ones. All right, here we have a bit longer of an expression. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do this one, and then I'm going to get you to pause the video, and then you can have a crack at that one. B plus 2a. I'm going to write this. Oh, is there a value for b? Oh, here it is. B equals 4. So I'm going to go 4 plus, that stays the same, 2a. So there's something in between there. It's a times. 2 times, what is a? A is 3. So 3 equals 10. Well, let's see if it's true or not. 4 plus, what's 2 times 3? 6. 4 plus 6 equals 10. Does that equal 10? Yeah, it does. So it's true. All right, remember. Now you're going to pause and try that one. All right, hopefully you've had to try and solve the answer. I'm going to try it. These are stuck together, so it's going to be 2 times a. What's a? It's 3. Plus, and this has the same thing happening there. So 2 times b, and b is 4, equals 14. Let's see if that's true or not. Let's work out bid maths first. So we have to do the times first. 2 times 3, that's 6. 2 times 4, that's 8. 6 plus 8 equals 14. So that's true also. So we've been in a good run of what is true and what is false. I think I've done them correctly. If I've made any mistakes, please let me know. Anyway, that's today's lesson, Introduction to Equations. Remember the word equations sounds like equals. It must have an equals in it. Peace out.